Bow to second degree black sash, first degree apprentice instructors, advanced and intermediate. All right. 100 jumping jacks.
Yes, sir.
Begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100.
Push-up position.
Yes, sir.
First set of 10.
Yes, sir.
Begin.
1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir.
If y'all walk past me and they smell like candy or something, it's, I spilled some of my energy drink on me. So and it's like super sweet. Smell it. It's like a bag of candy. Second set.
Yes, sir.
Begin.
1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir.
Rest even.
Yes, sir.
Last set.
Yes, sir.
Begin.
1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir.
On your back for piston kicks.
Yes, sir.
First set of 30.
Yes, sir.
Begin.
1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 11, sir. 12, sir. 13, sir. 14, sir. 15, sir. 16, sir. 17, sir. 18, sir. 19, sir. 20, sir. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 30, sir.
Second set.
Yes, sir.
Begin.
1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 10, sir, 11, sir, 12, sir, 13, sir, 14, sir, 15, sir, 16, sir, 17, sir, 18, sir, 19, sir, 20, sir, 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 30, sir.
Last set.
Yes, sir.
Begin.
1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 10, sir, 11, sir, 12, sir, 13, sir, 14, sir, 15, sir, 16, sir, 17, sir, 18, sir, 19, sir, 20, sir, 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 30, sir.
Sit up.
Yes,
Sit
sir.
straight up in front. Reach up. Bend forward, touch your toes.
Yes, sir.
1, sir.
2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 10, sir, 11, sir, 12, sir, 13, sir, 14, sir, 15, sir, 16, sir, 17, sir, 18, sir, 19, sir, 20, sir, 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 30, sir.
Bend one leg in.
Yes, sir.
And reach up. Bend forward, touch your toes.
Yes, sir.
1, sir.
2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 10, sir, 11, sir, 12, sir, 13, sir, 14, sir, 15, sir, 16, sir, 17, sir, 18, sir, 19, sir, 20, sir, 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 30, sir.
Switch.
Yes, sir.
Reach up. Bend forward, touch your toes.
Yes, sir.
1, sir.
2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 10, sir, 11, sir, 12, sir, 13, sir, 14, sir, 15, sir, 16, sir, 17, sir, 18, sir, 19, sir, 20, sir, 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 30, sir.
And bottom of the feet together.
Yes, sir.
Bend forward, touch your nose to your toes, or as far as you can go.
Yes, sir.
1, sir.
2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 10, sir, 11, sir, 12, sir, 13, sir, 14, sir, 15, sir, 16, sir, 17, sir, 18, sir, 19, sir, 20, sir, 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 30, sir.
Seated angle, legs wide apart. Lift yourself up and turn to your right.
Yes, sir.
Turn and shift to the other side.
Yes, sir.
And back to center, seated
Sir.
1, sir.
2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. 11, sir. 12, sir. 13, sir. 14, sir. 15, sir. 16, sir. 17, sir. 18, sir. 19, sir. 20, sir. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 30, sir.
Reach to one side.
Yes, sir.
Reach to the other side.
Yes, sir.
Reach to both sides. Touch your head to the floor or as far as you can go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
1, sir.
2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. 11, sir. 12, sir. 13, sir. 14, sir. 15, sir. 16, sir. 17, sir. 18, sir. 19, sir. 20, sir. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 30, sir.
Last stretch, feet straight out in front. And one leg back and lean back.
Yes, sir.
And switch.
Yes, sir.
And stand up.
Yes,
Sit
sir.
down, do any additional stretches.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're gonna run through crane once as a group, and then we're gonna break off separately. Black guys have some aspects that they're gonna focus on, and they'll have a few that I want y'all to focus on as well. So,
Yes, sir.
who'd like to lead us first as a group? I'll lead us first. Attention, stand.
Yes, sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
5 animal salute.
5
Right
animal
on.
salute.
2 tigers, hard to trail.
2 tigers, tiger trail.
Return horse to the stable.
Return horse to the
Stable.
stable.
And we're gonna go without the names.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Begin. Hogan, Commissioner Nelson, Jillian. I'd like y'all to practice over here
Yes, sir.
for a little bit. Wow. Practice over here. Y'all have any questions? Okay, go.
Name, letters, pictures.
Hydrate.
I'll go first. Head stance. Yes, sir. Stand tall. Yes, sir. 5 animal salute. Tiger Tyler trick. Turn towards the tail. Turn towards the tail. Or the top. Crane walk.
Crane walk.
Extended arm from the hip.
Sitting arm.
One finger asks a question. Crane punch.
Crane wing punch.
Fist to the sleeve.
Fist.
Hard and soft. Crane walking.
Crane walk.
Sending arm hand to waist.
Descending arm, hand and waist.
One finger asks a question.
One finger asks a question.
Crane and punching.
Crane wing punch.
Fist to the sleeve.
Fist to the sleeve.
The crane peck.
The crane tech.
Divide the crane.
Divide the crane.
Flying crane.
Flying.
Hungry crane stands on the leg.
Hungry crane stand on the leg.
Hungry crane. Capture shrimp.
Hungry crane. Capture shrimp.
Flying crane.
Flying crane.
Hungry crane stands on the leg.
Hungry crane stands on their leg.
Hungry crane. Capture shrimp.
Hungry crane. Capture shrimp.
Crane head.
Crane head.
Crane head punch.
Crane head punch.
Dragon with its tail.
Dragon with its tail.
Monk. Summon corpse.
Summon.
Tame tiger shoot.
Name tiger shoot.
5 animal salute.
And sleep.
Tiger Tyler trick.
Tiger.
It's up to you. You don't have to.
5 animal salute. Tiger Tyler trick. Tiger Tyler trick. Yep.
Jacqueline, the only thing I would say is make your moves bigger. You've gotten taller since you've learned it, and your arms are longer. So you can do like bigger, bigger. It'll feel exaggerated, but it'll be proportional to your new size, your adult size. It happens to everybody. Everybody does it. Like everybody that grows up in Kung Fu, they kind of do their moves small because they used to be small. And so visually, they remember seeing this. It's like you're bigger now, so you got to be like this now. Because your eyes stay the same. So they're like, oh, I'm like no. That's the only.
You're sideways. This year.
My father's like, yeah, Miss Kelly, just throw yours, boys.
That's basically what you say about everything.
No, it is not. No.
Who taught you that? You did.
No, sometimes I do. I'm like, wow.
But you know what? It's a compliment. That's where you're at. And he's like, okay, you've got your basics down. I'm like, oh, so all these years.
He's just not saying something. sometimes it's good to get the pose, because if you can see the root, or if you can see the structure in the pose, then you can, then when you feel the pose, you understand how it's, which is what is which. Okay, so, go ahead and do your regular horse stance. And now I want you to step out, like I always tell you to do before you shift. Remember I always tell you to step out a little bit so you can shift to a correct bow stance? Yeah. So now when you do that, that's how you're gonna do so when you open the arms, boom, open to here. And then you step out, boom. So now what you're doing is you're gonna tilt, because you're driving from this leg into your fists, up to the jaw, a combination of the jaw and the solar plexus, or the solar plexus and the groin, but you don't want to spread the hands, because if it goes wider than your shoulders, you took all that force and sent it up through your head, and now you're trying to transfer it through your very small shoulder joints, and so it's not the same. So if it comes from the hips, if it comes from here, all that power comes right off the hips, right? So if you go like that, your fist wants to bounce, right? So if you let it shoot and you drive that, boom. Now, exactly. And so you'll point your head, but you won't actually point the top. You'll still want to be up so you can see. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So you still want yeah, exactly, right? So you're coming from here, you're gonna strike, boom, together, double fist. That's what we want to see. Right? So make sure it doesn't look like you're doing like YMCA and you're going like this. It's like, what is this? All right? YMCA. Okay. So you want to go all the way open to the hips, and then you're going to push there. Yes, exactly. Very good.
You know what that's similar to? It's a hang clean. You're in the bar.
Exactly.
Hit it off your hips.
Mm-hmm.
Put it up.
Yep, bounce it forward.
It's like the
Exactly.
same.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I told you weightlifting.
That's true. It's
I
all there.
just said it in the early class, I said, I encourage you to weightlift, if you can do it, or if you have somewhere you can go, I said, it really does give you a lot of knowledge about body mechanics.
Yeah.
And it helps you learn
It
a
does.
lot better, especially something like this.
Uh-huh.
Yep. All right.
I told Stacy, she was like, looking,
Yeah. So, y'all can run one more time and then sneak up on that and try to just pause before you get there, and then just kind of make that deliberate step out and strike forward.
Sir.
All right. Yep.
can I ask you one
Yes.
question?
Yep.
So the first, you step forward, you come into the second one?
I just stepped into that, well, no, so after I do the first one, I think that's the way, yeah. After I do the first one, boom, I don't always step up. I just lift my foot and let it fall naturally so I can shift into it comfortably. So kind of just after a while, there's no deliberate what I do, it feels good, you want to make it feel good, right? So after I've gotten here, I notice doing all this extra stuff, it doesn't make my knee feel good on both legs. So my knee joint does a lot of weird stuff, so it's like here, I'm gonna stay solid, get my twist on, right? So whatever you need to do to set that foot up right, to make that cat stand not feel awkward, in addition, do a regular cat stand, turn, boom, bring your elbow in. And just like when we're doing a swimming crane, this is the crane section, only twist from here, yeah. Stay there, and this should stay here like this, yeah, elbow in. This elbow's out, this strike the elbow's in.
Man, I was gonna get through with the names.
So now you get back.
It's been so long.
Go ahead, twist your body and strike out. Elbow in. Yes, and then more fingers.
Is that Miss Manning?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, so you go one, stay here. Like you're pointing out. Yes, that part. You're striking with that part. Oh, sorry. So boom. And now, so you're gonna strike in this way. Shift into it.
Setting arm-headed
And
waist.
then twist.
One finger out.
One finger, ask a question.
Oh, yeah, always come out with that part.
So I'm missing a.
This is sleep.
It's just a jab, right? So if you,
Hard and soft. Crane walking.
Helps to know that.
Setting arm-headed.
yes.
One finger out question.
One
Right, because
finger,
you're not
ask a
trying to
question.
like, there's not a lot of power in it. It's a crane head, right? So it's a little small peg. But if you do it fast enough and just right in the right spot, you go get dizzy if somebody pops through the temple like that.
Revive the crane.
Flying crane.
Flying crane.
Hungry crane stands on one leg.
Hungry crane stands on one leg.
Hungry crane
Yeah, that's always
captures
like.
shrimp.
Hungry crane captures shrimp.
Yeah.
Flying
I feel like that's a
Flying
little-
crane.
probably
Hungry
take
crane
a
stands on one leg.
Hungry crane stands on one leg.
Hungry crane captures shrimp.
Hungry crane captures shrimp.
Crane's head punching.
Crane's head punching.
Crane's head punching.
Crane's head punching.
Dragon woods is still.
Dragon with its tail.
Monk summons force.
Monk summons force.
Tiger shoots on it.
Tame tiger shoots tiger.
5 animals salute.
5 animals salute.
Tigers have a trail.
2 tigers have their trail. You still got it.
Okay, I had to do it. I was trying to think of the names I was doing it. I was like, that's not right.
Right, that muscle memory brings it all up.
The question of the dragon with its tail. So, could I just do that?
We'll come before it.
Great.
Okay.
So there is kind of a this down for you.
Yeah, I mean, really it's a yank of the arms and then a strike down low,
Oh.
right? But, I mean, artistically, it's for like when you're doing the form, like, so you wanna, the arms kinda, yes, kinda give it a little flair and make it look like an animal, right? Animal motion, but essentially, practically, right, you just bring the arms back. Remember, 'cause a lot of stuff is an illusion. You're not doing a deliberate circle like this. We teach it to y'all that way so y'all can see it, but essentially, you're just going 1, 2, which looks like a circle.
Okay.
Yeah, how they figure out the transition.
Yeah, and then when you see a driver go, the driver's not gonna go whoosh,
Right.
right? It goes,
You can't know that.
yes you can. Game of Thrones, yes you can.
You know, when you see a dragon.
You know when you see a
I'm not gonna
dragon
go, it looks
all the way up like that. Could you imagine like a dragon just like, and you gotta sit there and wait for it, like, 'cause there's no way you can run out of it long enough. You're just like, well,
so running.
just drop the groceries.
Gotta go up in there.
Just try to just go with the flow. Just jump on it while it's.
Maybe.
Well, I think I'm gonna do it. I just wanna do it so I can remember it.
Put the hand on things with the dragon with its tail as they are in the dragon. Where they, this crane has tail.
Yeah. Which I have yet to do application of makes any kind of sense. We have one, it just, as far as practicality.
Isn't it like whipping someone's leg?
Yeah, exactly. But, me personally, I'm not doing this on the front. Right? Unless I got a plan.
Yeah, we did something else.
I was in track all around. T.
Hey.
Perfect. I hear huffs. Take a break.
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
When we come back, we'll be going over some of the foreign concepts we went over in the advanced class today.
Yes, sir.
All right, so today in the advanced class, class, we did a lot of work. We're gonna do what we did in advanced class and the beginner's class. So in the advanced class, we did the front leg front kick, right? Because we're gonna learn how to fire on the front leg front kick without turning our knees up, hurting ourselves. We only did that part, so that's all we're gonna do in this class today. Because I do wanna do what we did in the beginner's class, which was take crane or descending crane and apply it to sparring. So when we did descending crane, of course, you bring your leg up, kinda got a little tilt, you're gonna throw the leg, get it down, and you're striking down with the right. Now, of course, we can't strike in the groin. Can't hit somebody in the groin at a tournament with your arm, but you can take the leg portion of that and the body motion that you use and apply it to sparring. So, say if we're here and I just did a kick, boom. Chances are, if I want to retreat, I don't only want to retreat and be defense. Be defensive. I don't want to turn this way or anything like this. I don't want to be exposed. So when I turn, I want to automatically have another guard. So of course, just the same way I had y'all switch last time from the front. Sometimes you're going to want to go from the back. Does that make sense? So, say we did a kick, we missed, or whatever, we just had an exchange, our foot's up, we're really off balance, but we need to get away. You don't have time to set the foot down because he's right here to do this. So instead, you're gonna go here and you're gonna drop the same way you would for crane, but you're gonna use that same pivot to throw your leg the other way and get you here. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Hogan got to do it. Mr. Hogan got to do it earlier. Right, so we're here, we pretend we did a round kick or a side kick or something like that. We're gonna drop that leg, turn, and you'll also wanna duck. So I'm here, and I'm legs out, bottom out, not chin. Y'all got chin going. Bottom out like a squat. Yes, use glutes. There. So from there I can push off and do another kick, right? Or get ready to go do whatever else. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But essentially I do wanna move my head from different levels, especially if I'm spinning and things like that. Because they might still be attacking, right? So if I pop one, I'm gonna drop and come here for anything else. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
And that's how we're gonna incorporate that into the deal. Miss Burns, can you be Miss Kelly's partner? Each of you. Wait, partner? Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Jacqueline, be Jillian's partner. And Mr. Hogan and Mr. Nelson. All right. So go ahead and let's do a front leg round kick. Let's do a round kick for the front one. And after you round, you're gonna throw it and turn yourself quick. The point is to get use that same momentum, the same way you turn, use that. Okay, go.
Yes, sir.
Stay there. Do it again. Stay there. So when you turn around, for them not to be able to get you again, you wanna be there, but you also have it like here. Right, kinda like one finger, ask the question. So it's fist and yeah, exactly.
Do it
But
like
lean
front
forward
legs,
more and
you're already there.
more like a squat. Yeah, lay it like that.
So it'd be, yeah, like, you're already there.
It's a front leg round kick?
Yeah, front leg round kick. Now turn it. I want you to turn the body. Get it ready like you're sparring. And then you're gonna pop and then pivot. Do it again, no load up. Straight from where you are. Wow. Yep. One more time, and then freeze at the end. Readjust your posture. Go down, chest forward. And because you're fighting sideways, you don't need to defend here, you need to defend here. So don't turn your body, adjust your hands. More. This one. Lean. More. Keep your hands upright. Lean more. Yes. Right? So, after, it is awkward, but you're only there for a second. So after you do your round, after you do this, you're on guard now. You don't know what's going on. You just showed this person your back. And a good,
All the weight, they're gonna be waiting for you to turn around.
man, I'm on you. As soon as I see your back, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Like as soon as I see you turn around, I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna try to get in close. And who knows, if you turn around and you're like this, while they're coming in, trying to get that wild technique,
Mhm.
boom, you can catch you a point right then and there, right? So this is just a good moment in time in sparring. I like to take this stuff isolated and do a workout like this, right? So you pop, boom, you're gonna step, and you gotta go low, right? Because you can pop up to your side, but you gotta be ducking whatever they got going.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Nice, very good.
We'll load up.
Hit her anyway.
The visual helps.
You don't need that stick.
Yes.
And at least you open real good. Leave me open, yeah. It's true. So it's like a.
There you go.
And I was actually gonna ask Kay, y'all continue, Mr. Nelson. Can you be Jillian's partner? Oh, Jillian, and then Mr. Burns, can you come be second partner?
There you go. Like a dragon. Trying to get away.
There you go. Yes, very good. Come on, that fire is not a burn, is it?
You know, the dragon helps with that a lot. That slow turning, groin punches.
Okay, now what I want you to do is turn your body, so you want to turn the body the other way, because you're kicking with the right leg. You don't want to do a back leg round because it's too long, like they'll see it coming, does that make sense? So you won't get an opportunity to finish the spin, they'll hit you, they'll block your kick, or do something else. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
there you go.
So you want to make it centered, so when you're standing, stand already in your kicking.
Anticipating turning.
So you're gonna
Right,
pop
right.
here one,
If I'm watching your
right,
eyes,
with
then
control,
I know
so
even
pop,
sooner
then you're gonna throw the leg.
what
to
you're
your
gonna
stand.
do.
Yes, we'll make it two separate things, but the two separate things will happen so fast that it looks like one. But you don't want it to be like a, does that make sense? Okay, so break it up, go pow. Alright, give it a try.
So kick, and then go that way.
Yeah.
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 Let's go to the other side. Spin the other way.
Yeah, much better.
It's hard to spin that way.
See? Now, just like one finger asks a question, you know how if you look in the mirror, you do one finger asks a question, the hand comes past the head, right? Boom, it just comes up like that because the head moves off the line. Boom. That's the block that you're doing when you turn around, right? So if I'm here, and I'm good for this, and it's in all my videos, I move my head, I do that a lot. So I'm here, boom, I'm gonna pop my round, automatic, I'm turning around, I'm ready for whatever he's got. And it's always good to just have this one up. They're less like, because you could lean the kick. This is the kick position. I'm ready for whatever, right? I'm ready to move. I'm ready to, first of all, not get hit in the head, and I'm also ready to kick. I have space between my head and them, and something in between. Right, so I've covered all my bases pretty quick, right? One, and since I'm still young and agile, I can get pretty low and all that good stuff, and still be balanced. But it helps, right? So, let's just test your hand, right? Back up. Still on your feet, all that good stuff, yeah?
Yes, sir.
So now try it again, like I said, make it 1, 2, make it quick. Okay, go.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Yes. Yep.
It's faster. It helps getting the eyes around, but
Yes, that's wrong, we call it spot.
yeah. It helps.
It's harder now with that here. Spot? No, wow. Oh, man. started so long, I forgot to be, you know, when you give people up.
It's funny to watch those boys that are afraid to fall.
Yes, right, that's what like, I don't want to start shit. She's scared. That's actually gonna make it work. Hit her in the head if she's not walking here. Look, she got hair. No, she got hair, and that's exactly why you need to hit her in the head. Hit her in the head. Look, it sounds so like abuse in here. Hit her in the head. You gotta put that hand up. Get that hand up. It'll go this way. Yeah. No.
As well. Hair out of my face.
Very good, very good. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, gotta get farther back. Keep.
Uh-huh. See? Bow to your partner. Very good. How'd that feel?
Good.
Very good. So now imagine, I always try to give y'all a little stuff to think about while y'all do these, after y'all do these kind of drills, like the continuation or the defense. So let's say, just food for thought, so let's say you go ahead and you pop one, turn, what's something I can do from here?
Side kick.
Side kick, one of which we've already been practicing, right? Tap, go ahead and get that fire on. You gotta be agile, just, you know, of course, you gotta be agile, warmed up, all that good stuff, right? So a lot of stuff that you pull off is because you practice. Right. Just like anything in competition, you practice good at what you do well. Right? Do that. When you go to a tournament, if you really want to make a thing out of going to tournaments, that's when you start trying different stuff, right? Like, oh, I want to do this in a tournament. I want to really try to get this kick down. Go to more tournaments. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Now, if you want to win, and you're like, I want to go and I want to win all the time, we need to find whatever that thing is you habitually do during sparring that does you some good, and then we take that and build on that. So, what else could we do? Let's say we spun around, we stepped away.
Back punch.
Here,
Good uppercut, couldn't you? Do that, come out of there.
come up there, yeah, come on one of those. Depending on how close they are, if they're close enough.
Right.
Right, if you come down there on top of you, definitely pop there. You gotta have back for that though.
Anything from
It's
outside?
just a weird, I mean, you gonna catch it, it's a good shot, but it's weird too. Anything else? No? Right? So then now let's think of defense. So like, what if somebody does this to you? Now, most people probably will say, if somebody does this, you're probably not likely to go. So what do you think you would do if you saw somebody kick, and they're here now, just for a second? They saw you saw their back for a second, and now they're here. Anything?
Flying sidekick.
Flying sidekick.
Your last point.
You're
Right.
attacking you.
Yeah, so like if you're here, what you see this for a split, all right, you saw this for a split second, you started coming in, and now you see this.
Back.
Try to take the leg.
Well, the first sparring competition,
Right.
they're not gonna let you take the leg. Actually, some of them will, and that's okay. That's actually probably exactly what if they're here like this, but you also got a risk because they don't have weight in this leg, at least not that much.
Right.
So if you go to sweep this leg, they liable to kick you in the face,
True.
right? So you're here now. Now what else? Let's think through something else. Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good one because even though I'm ready for just about anything and to move pretty much anywhere, the most awkward place to move, where do you think it would be, right? Backward. And since he's coming with that round, I'm going to be liable to block and go this way. Does that make sense? Now I'm powered in it, I can push back on it, but it's still a little, it's a little
You
awkward.
gotta do something.
Especially when I'm like this, it's like, whoa, there's a foot coming here, right? So that's a good one. Some people don't like doing these, but if you can get a low round, that means you gotta adjust your waist for them a little bit. So that's why sometimes it helps to have a low fighting stance, But if I'm here, if I go here or here, I can attack from here or here as well. So if I'm up here, I'm going for chest or head, right? You're gonna lean more. And if I'm squatting, I can still throw that same kick, get me a nice stomach shot. But it's coming horizontally. So if he's there like this, go ahead and do the stance. If he's there like that, then I'm here. Go ahead and get my point. Or go ahead again. A good one. Get under the ribs because we are doing that big block. You are leaving yourself a little open. Yep. Yep. So I just want to see there's somebody could get in, and if you see somebody do it to you, you can do something. Do something.
Yes, sir.
All right, put your pads away.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.